Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, 𝐂𝐥𝐢𝐦𝐚. In today's video, we're diving into a critical topic, the effects of climate change on coastal communities. We'll explore the impact, significant challenges these communities face, and most importantly, what can be done to protect them and prepare for the future. But before we get started, I'd appreciate it if you could hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss important updates like this. Let's get into it. The effects of climate change on coastal communities. Coastal communities are some of the most beautiful and vibrant places on Earth. But beneath the surface of ocean waves and sandy beaches, a quiet crisis is growing. Climate change is having increasingly severe impacts around the world, and coastal communities are among the most vulnerable. These areas, which include towns and cities near oceans, seas, and large lakes, face a range of environmental, economic, and social challenges due to rising temperatures and shifting weather patterns. Below are the key effects. 1. Rising sea levels. One of the most direct and dangerous effects is sea level rise, caused by melting glaciers and polar ice caps and thermal expansion of seawater as it warms. Flooding. Frequent high tides and storm surges cause regular flooding of homes, infrastructure, and farmland. Land loss. In some areas, coastlines are being eroded or submerged entirely. Displacement. People in low-lying areas may be forced to relocate, creating climate refugees. 2. Increased storm intensity. Storms are getting stronger. Hurricanes, cyclones, and typhoons now carry more rain and wind than before, putting coastal towns in their path at even greater risk. Property damage. Stronger storms can destroy buildings, roads, and public utilities. Injury and loss of life. Communities are at greater risk from violent weather events. Economic disruption. Tourism, fishing, and shipping industries suffer during and after storms. More decisive wave action and rising seas contribute to faster erosion of beaches, cliffs, and wetlands. Habitat loss. Coastal ecosystems such as mangroves and salt marshes are disappearing. Weakened natural defenses. Erosion reduces the natural buffers that protect against storms and flooding. As sea levels rise, salt water can infiltrate freshwater sources like rivers and aquifers. Drinking water contamination. Freshwater supplies become undrinkable or require costly treatment. Agricultural impact. Salt water can ruin crops and degrade soil quality. The cost of rebuilding, maintaining, and protecting infrastructure in coastal areas is rising. Insurance and property value loss. Flood-prone areas often see falling property values and higher insurance premiums. Tourism losses. Beaches and coastal attractions are threatened by erosion and environmental degradation. The effects of climate change on coastal communities can take a toll on physical and mental health. Infectious diseases. Warmer temperatures and flooding increase the risk of disease outbreaks. Mental stress, displacement, property loss, and uncertainty cause psychological trauma. Many coastal communities, predominantly indigenous and island populations, face the risk of losing their traditional lands and ways of life. Loss of heritage sites. Rising seas and storms damage sacred sites and historical landmarks. Community fragmentation. Relocation can break apart tight-knit communities. Climate change poses a serious threat to coastal communities worldwide. Urgent action is needed both to reduce global greenhouse gas emissions and to help vulnerable areas adapt. Without effective mitigation and adaptation strategies, millions of people could face increased hardship, displacement, and long-term loss. Climate change is a massive challenge, but there are real solutions, and they fall into two main categories: mitigation, reducing the causes, and adaptation, dealing with the effects. Here's a breakdown of the most important solutions. Switch to renewable energy. Move away from fossil fuels, coal, oil, gas, to clean sources like solar, wind, hydropower, geothermal. This helps cut carbon emissions, the most significant driver of climate change. Improve transportation. Use electric vehicles, EVs or public transit. Promote biking, walking, and carpooling. Improve fuel efficiency and invest in cleaner technologies. Make buildings and cities greener. Insulate homes to use less energy. Use energy-efficient appliances and lighting. Design cities that are walkable, cooler, and climate resilient. Protect and restore nature. Plant trees and restore forests. They absorb CO2. Protect wetlands, mangroves, and oceans. Practice sustainable farming and support local food systems. Change what we eat. Reducing meat and dairy consumption, especially beef, lowers emissions. Cut food waste. About 1/3 of all food is wasted, and it produces methane when it rots. Innovate with climate technology. Invest in carbon capture, removing CO2 from the air. Develop cleaner industrial processes. Use smart grids and energy storage systems. adapt to the effects, build flood barriers, improve early warning systems, and develop drought-resistant crops. Help vulnerable communities relocate or strengthen infrastructure. Invest in disaster preparedness and resilience planning. Support policy and global cooperation. Support leaders and policies that promote climate action. Follow agreements like the Paris Climate Accord. Push for climate justice, ensuring that the most affected communities get help and resources. Educate and take action. Raise awareness in your school, workplace, or online. Join or support climate organizations. Vote with the climate in mind. Summary: reduce emissions, protect nature, adapt wisely, act together. Even small actions, when done by many, can make a big difference. We'll end the video on climate change and its impact on coastal communities here. If you enjoyed the video or have any feedback for me, please leave a comment below. I'd appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Jesse Sandhu, for more important and informative content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.